Nasaan sa budget natin ang strengthening of the family? Yung pundasyon mo, hindi mo pinapalakas, hindi mo nilalagyan ng atensyon, hindi mo nilalagyan ng mga pamamaraan, brothers and sisters. Mabuti pa yung ibang bansa na walang ganitong konstitusyon. Mag-i-skip na po ako ng slide ko, ha? Look at Australia, for example, brothers and sisters. In 1998, nandun po yun sa slides ko, pero ikaw po yung tumanap. Nagkaroon sila ng congressional investigation. Di ba dito marami tayong congressional investigation, pero panay yung skandal? Ang Australia gumawa ng congressional investigation on the state of the family in Australia. Hello? Ang haba ng investigation na yun. And the finding is, mag-iisip ako ng slide, sabihin ko lang, ang finding, sabi niya, the best bet for couples to find their happiness is to get married. Healthy marriage, healthy nation. Kaya nag-invest sila sa pamilya. Alam niyo po ba doon, every 3 years nagbibigay ng voucher, $200. Sino po may mga anak sa Australia? I-confirm niyo nga ito, baka fake news na sinasabi ko. Pero namin po ito sa libro ni Baby ID. $200 voucher. Ibibigay sa couple every 3 years para yung couple na yun to undergo yung equivalent natin ng marriage enrichment retreat. Every 3 years.
Para pangkuan, registration.
Voucher. Mag-seminar ka about your marriage. Sa Singapore, brothers and sisters, tingnan niyo yung website ng Singapore. Meron tax break para doon sa mag-undergo ng kanilang bago ay kasal yung parang pre-king na natin. At saka yung parang marriage enrichment retreat natin. In fact, sa Singapore, ang tawag sa kanilang parang sa atin DSWD, di ba? Sa Singapore, Department of Family and Social Development. Sa atin, Department of Ayuda. O Department of Social Welfare and Development. Sa Singapore, they realized that healthy families, healthy nation. Department of Family and Social Development. Ano yung programa niya? Tingnan nyo sa website, brothers and sisters. Binibigyan ng accreditation lahat ng provider na tinatawag nila naman parang equivalent sa atin na MER. May accreditation. Tapos, ikaw, couple ka, mag-a-avail ka ngayon noong MER na yun, bibigyan ka ng tax break. All that effort, brothers and sisters, to preserve and promote marriage. Nasaan sa ating budget yan?
Wala natin. Discounted.
Do we even promote marriage in our public school? Hindi ako nagpapatama po. In our public school system. Ang tinuturo ba natin sa mga bata, wala munang sex. Kasi ang sex nasa context ng marriage. O ang tinuturo natin, ako na muna, teenage pregnancy, dami ka ng mundo, gumawa ka ng alternative sex practices. Kung tinanggalan mo pa ng karapatan ng mga magulang para turuan yung kanilang mga anak ng tamang yung opting tinatawag. Brothers and sisters, the formula is there in our Constitution because our Constitution already enshrined the learnings in Philippine history. Ito pa, the state recognizes the sanctity of family life. and shall protect and strengthen the family as a basic, autonomous social institution. Ito pa, may mga karapatan ang pamilya, may karapatan yung mga bata. In fact, sa Constitution ang nakalagay is the right of the family to a family living wage. Hindi nga lang minimum wage, yung family living wage. And families and family associations are given the right to participate in the planning and implementation of policies and programs that affect them. Brothers and sisters, sabi ng mga legal experts namin, mga teacher namin, sorry po sabi niya, mga motherhood statement yan no? Yung constitution natin, sabi nila, madaldal na siya. Verbose ang tawag nila, no? Talagang verbosity, hindi kailangan nasa constitution yung mga yan until they realize doon sa ito yung mga jurists natin, sinasabi full of verbosity ng motherhood statement. Until yung isang legal expert sa United States nagsabi, mukhang tama nga, sabi niya, na yung marriage at family life nasa constitution. Parang katulad na sa Pilipinas kung kasi wala sa constitution, labo-labo na tayo. Pwede na natin i-define yung marriage na kahit ano. Pwede na marriage siya ng isang tao at saka ng silya. Marriage ng isang tao at saka ng isang hayop. Kasi hindi mo dinefine ito si Richard Wilkins, sabi niya na tama nga pala, no? That you put marriage and constitution in the same sentence. Hello? Nung nakaraan, sinelebrate po natin National Family Week noong September. Kung napansin nyo, nagkaroon na ng active participation ng Focus for Christ po. No? Umupo na tayo po. Kaya pinaselebrate na rin natin sa atin. Nagulat kami, sino po taga DSWD? Kasi baka tama mo sinasabi ko dito, nasasaktan po kayo. DSWD. Okay. Doon sa National Family Committee, they did not give yung most outstanding family award this year. No? Tanong niyo ako kung bakit.
Bakit?
Nagkagulo po kung ano yung definition ng family. Kasi sa isang banda, hindi mo tama naman. Yung single parent, hindi mo sasabihin pamilya. Yung irregular union, hindi mo i-consider na family. Ano i-consider mo family? Yung mga Katolikong kinasal sa simbahan. Ganun ang debate. Ang hirap na debate. Amen? So, ang ginawa po natin, simple lang. Nasa Constitution po. Nasa batas. Why don't we follow the law? Because these are the very aspirations of the Filipino people when it comes to family. Kaya yung naging consideration, next year meron na award, the most outstanding family, Filipino family. Yung first criteria. Ang tinignan natin, ito yung model family. Hindi natin sinasabi hindi family, pero ito yung model family. Ang first criteria, kasal. Palakpakan po natin. Kasal ng mga kasal. Okay, gusto nyo tapusin ko na yung...
Yes!
Balik na lang ako next. Kasi mahaba po nito. Pero subukan ko tapusin ko yun. Ito po yung sekreto kung bakit ang ating konstitusyon ay meron napakalaking definition, meron napakahabang article on the family. Behold, brothers and sisters, this is the secret. few months after the EDSA revolution, CFC, Couples for Christ, together with other charismatic and family-oriented groups, formed an alliance called Families for Justice and Peace. The vision of the FJP included the promotion of Christian family life, to fight for the protection of the rights of the family, to act as a power block in resisting anything and everything that is not in accordance with God's plan. Ang binabasa ko po dito ay yung research ni Father Robert Rivera. Ang sabi niya, one of the most significant initiatives of the FJP, no, nakasama yung Focus for Christ doon, was its successful lobby for a section on family life in the Constitution. The efforts resulted in the inclusion of Article 15 of the Constitution. Palakpakan po natin si Lord. So yun lang, 30 seconds para mag-sink-in lang kung gaano ka landmark yun. Kung gaano ka earth-shaking yun. CFC in its early days was part in the framing of the Constitution by contributing the very provisions na pinag-uusapan natin. Okay. Because brothers and sisters, kahit na bata pa ang Couples for Christ noon, Couples for Christ came at a very, very opportune time in the history of the church. Hello? By that time, brothers and sisters, kung mapapansin niyo, nagkaroon din ng development sa simbahan. Magmula doon sa Reno Navarro, lahat po nakabloom na yan na mga issuances ng simbahan sa magisterium. Lalong-lalo na lang umabot doon sa God yung expense. Kasi sabi dito, for the first time, the magisterium of the church at its highest level speaks of great length about the different temporal aspects of the Christian life. Tapos, brothers and sisters, doon sa Lumen Gentium, lumabas na yung kataga ng lay faithful. Contemporary cultural and social issues involve, above all, the lay faithful who are called to deal with temporal affairs and order them according to God's will. Noong 1988, brothers and sisters, John Paul II, ito yung kanyang vision sa lay faithful, of which Couples for Christ, every one of us should consider ourselves part of. Hello? Sabi ni John Paul II, the eyes of faith